Okay. Now we talk about the types of relations, including functions. Before we already talked about that. The function must be relation, right? The one function must be relation, but relation is not really a function. Alright? Okay. So relations we have four types of relation, right? One to one, one to many, many to one, many to many. Now I just use example to show you the four different types of relations. Okay? One to one, what does it mean? One to one. For example, on the Cartesian plan, some book will show like this. Draw this is x value say, that's y value say. What we just use example for example, like y equal to x. That is linear function, right? Or you can say linear relation, linear equation. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, right? We have a point like this on the linear relation, linear function. 4, 4. So what does it mean? One to one. It means one x value only has one y value. One x value only go into one y value. Alright? Here is f of x. So for example, like here, you find out 1, 2, 3, 4. When x equal to 1, y must be equal to 1. When x equal to 2, see? Sum in x equal to 2, y equal to 2, right? Y equal to 2. When x equal to 3, y must equal to 3. When x equal to 4, y 4, right? So this one is called one-to-one relations. At the same time, this is functions too. Because one x value only have one y value. If we use a vertical method, we draw a vertical line, you find out only have one point. So that's called function. Therefore, one-to-one relation is functions. Alright? More example. For example, like this one. Y equal to x plus 2. Therefore, here is 0, 2. 1, 3. 2, 4. Right? Okay, for this one, x value, when x equal to 1, y equal to only 3, right? When x equal to 1, you can't find another y equal to other numbers, only 3. 1 to 3. 2 to what? 2 to 4. 0 to 2, right? Negative 1, when x equal to negative 1, y only equal to 1, right? Negative 1 to 1. Always one to one, alright? This one is called one-to-one relation. Okay, now we talk about one-to-many. One-to-many, what's that? What's one-to-many? You mean one x value can have many, more than one, more than two, at least two y value. For example, there is one very, very important. Remember, y equal to x squared, that's quadratic equation, right? You learned it very early. The graph is like this one. But I show you another graph, very important before. If I say x equal to y squared, how do we draw this one? X equal to y squared, when x equal to 0, y equal to 0, right? So it's here. But when x equal to 1, what happened? 1 equal to y squared. Therefore, y equal to positive and negative 1. So 1, 1, 1, negative 1, and 1, right? So we get 1, negative 1, and 1, 1. The graph like this one. This one is called x equal to y squared. Do you find out for these questions? When x equal to 1, y equal to positive negative 1. When x equal to 2, y equal to what? 2 equal to y squared. 2 equal to y squared. So y equal to positive negative square root 2. x equal to 3. 3 equal to y squared. Sub in y equal to positive and then negative square root 3, right? So I get it when x equal to 2. Here is 1, 1. Here is 1, negative 1. Here is 2 square root 2. Here is 2 negative square root 2, right? Here is 3 positive square root 3. Here is 3 negative square root 3, right? Okay? It's clear now? Okay. So do we find out? For this one, it's called x equal to y squared. This quadratic relation move like this one, right? So this is not a function. Why? Because if you draw a vertical line, you have 2 points. One x value have 2 y value. That is not function, alright? So this is one to many. It means if you have x value, you will have at least one more than at least 2 y value. For example, 1 will go to 1 and then negative 1. 2 will go to 2 square root 2 and the negative square root 2, right? This is called one to many, one to many. So this one is called relation, alright? Only relation, not function. 3, you can go to square root 3, at the same time you can go to negative square root 3, right? One x value can have more than one values, right? One to many, alright? At least 2. Okay, talk about this one. How long? Don't talk too much, but I use this one to many. I need to introduce one very special for this one, not one to many. Okay, see now, x equal to y squared, right? So do you find out? You can make y become what? Positive negative square root x, right? So the graph is like this one, right? Okay, be careful. The graph this function can separate to 2 parts. The upside is y equal to square root x. Downside, this one, the red one here, is y equal to negative square root x. These two combined will become x equal to y squared. Alright? So it means this spatial relation can separate to 2 functions because y equal to square root x, that's a function. Okay? This is a function because you draw a vertical line, only one point here. So this is function, okay? So if you see equations like y equal to square root x minus 3, how do you draw it? Very easy. This is from here. Move right or move left. X minus 3 is move right? So 1, 2, 3, okay? Yeah. Okay? This one is very famous, especially when you go to year 11, year 12, we do a calculus. Always meet this kind of function, okay? This is very special, I just mentioned, alright? So, one to many, we finish. So what's called many to one? Many to one, very special example, remember? Quadratic equation, y equal to x squared. You find out only when x equals to 0, y equals to 0, when x 1, negative 1, 1, 1. Do you find out? When x equal to 2, what happened? Y is 4. When x equal to negative 2, y is 4 too. When x equal to 3, y is 9. When x equal to negative 3, y is 9 too. Right? So it means more than 1, at least 2 x value can go into 1 y value. X, y, you find that? 0 to 0. Only turning point is 1 to 1, but you find out? Here is 1, 1. Here is negative 1, 1. Do you find out? Different x, 1 and negative 1 will go to the same y value, 1. 1 and the negative 1 will go to 1. 2 and the negative 2 will go to 4. 3 and the negative 3 will go to 9. Do you find that? 1 y value will have more than 2 x value, right? So we call this one many to 1. Many x value can only have 1 y value. See? You just draw a horizontal line. See? You can have more than different x. The same y value have different x value, right? Like here is, suppose here is 4, right? Here is 2, 4. Here is 4, negative 2, right? Negative 2, 4. 4 has 2, the y equal to 4 has 2 different x value, 2 and a negative 2, see? So that's many to 1, alright? Different x value will go to the same y value, alright? Very special one. Concerning equation. Is this a function? Yes. Many to 1 relation is function 2. Okay? Special. The last one. Many to many. So what's called many to many? I think some of you already learned before. In year 10, if you are German students, you must introduce this one. X squared plus y squared equal to 3 squared plus that. Circle. So remember in year 10 when we are learning the circle, we always say learn circle relation. We never say circle function. We only say circle equation or circle relation because many to many circle here center is 0, 0, right? And the radius is 3. Okay, suppose this is circle, okay? So do you find that? That's many to many, right? Why? One x value can 2 different y value, right? X equal to 1 sub in whatever. Y squared equal to 9 minus 1. When x equal to 1, so 1 plus y squared equal to 9. Y squared equal to 8. Y equal to positive negative square root 2 square root 2, right? So here is 1, 2 square root 2. 1, negative 2 square root 2. Do you find that? 1 to many, alright? That's 1 to many. But at the same time, if y equal to 1, what happens? Y equal to 1 sum in x squared plus 1 equal to 9. X squared equal to 8. X equal to positive and negative 2 square root 2. So we find out when y equal to 1, we still have different x value. So the point is called 2 square root 2, 1. This point is called negative 2 square root 2, 1. Okay? So do you find out? One x value can go to different y value and one y value can has different x value. So we call this one is called many to many, okay? So this must be only relation. So you just solve it. If one x can has more than one, at least 2 y value. At the same time, y has different x value. It's called many to many. And when x equal to 1, y can have 2, right? 2 square root 2 and then negative 2 square root 2. When y equal to 1, do you find out? Still 2 square root 2 and then negative 2 square root 2 equal to 1. That's called many to many. Okay? Last, the different types of relation.